Hello students, today we discuss the asexual reproduction in sphagnum. In previous video we discussed about the vegetative and sexual reproduction in sphagnum. The question also asks like sporophytes of sphagnum or diploid generations of the sphagnum or recessive or dependent generation of the sphagnum plant. So, as you know, first of all, write down the introduction and primary informations about the reproduction. Then, let's start about the asexual reproductions or sporophyte of the sphagnum. So, this is the structure of sporophytic body in sphagnum. So, in that there is the at base there is the pericytial leaves and pseudopodiums are present. In that these food will be embedded in the vaginula. Then the outer layer is the epidermis. Then in these capsules there is at the center there is the columella and spores are there. At the apical or the upper portions of this capsule, the operculum and annulus are there, and at the center there is the spores sacs are present. Then on the apical tip there is the calyptra are there. So these are the parts of the sporophyte. So let's discuss the one by one. So this sporophyte is the diploid structure. That means these two end structures of the sporophyte. Then this sporophyte, they are dependent on the gametophyte. So they are produces the spores. That means they are enclosing the spores. The structures of these sporophyte consist the pseudopodium, vaginula, foot and capsule. The pseudopodium are the elongated structures and the leafless axis of the archegonial branch. So, and vaginula are the dorsal end of the pseudopodium, and they will be enlarges and they forms the sac-like structure that is vaginula, and in that this foot is embedded. So foot is the somewhat bulbous structures and they will be embedded in the vaginula. Then the capsules in the sphagnum, it is spherical in shape, dark brown to black in color, and they consist the capsules wall. Also, they are having the operculums, annulus, and columella. At the same, or this encloses the columella, spore sacs, and spores. So, in that there are no elaters. In general, in first two bryophytes, we have seen the elaters which are present in the sporophyte. But in this sphagnum, there is the no elaters. The capsule walls is the outermost layer of the capsules, and they surrounded by the epidermis. So it also having the 3 to 7 layered or the uh, stomatas are there. Then in these capsules there is the operculum are there. So operculums are the circular disc shaped lid, and it present at the apex of the capsule. So it is lid of these capsules. The annulus are some circular grooves and they will be separates the operculum from these capsules. These columellas are nothing but they are in the centrals of these capsules. They are solid columns in capsules and they are made by the sterile cells. So as you see in the elaters, or elatophores. Same like this is the columella, which is made by the sterile cells, and they are present centrally in the capsules. Then next structure in this capsule is the spore sac. So spore sac, it is somewhat semicircular in shape. They are dome shaped above the columella. This spore sac contains the spore mother cells. So the spore mother cells, when they undergoes meiosis and they forms the haploid spores. These spores are of the sphagnum plant. They are in tetrad condition. That means the four spores they are combined at the one place. Then these spores are very minute, spherical in shape. Single nucleus are also single nucleus is present in the spores, and the spores is made up by the two layers, that is exosporium and endosporium. The outer layer is the exosporium and the inner layer is the endosporium. When these sporophyte or the sporophyte will be matured, the dehiscence of the capsules will be takes place. So when the mature capsules, the operculum breaks off from annulus, so it opens the capsules. The through these ways the spores will be liberated and dispersed. Then when the spores forms the suitable substratum, they will be grow. So germinations of the spores, these spores will be haploid structure. So formation of the spores means the sporophytic generation, and when the spores will be grow, that start the gametophytic generation. So when these haploid spores will be germinate, they forms the haploid gametophyte. So this is all regarding the sporophytic generations in the sphagnum. The main characters which you have to mind that is regarding the structure. In that, seta is absent, the foot is embedded in the vanicula. When in the capsules, there is the annulus, operculum and spores. Also the important point which are you have to noted that is the presence of the columella. So these columella are present at the centers of these capsules. So I hope all of you are got these sporophytic generations of the sphagnum plant.